Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Monday, February 24th, 2025. So, a little bit of a tricky day today. I was anticipating that we were going to get some backing and filling, probably up somewhere up into the, anywhere from the 6072 up to the 6100. And that was in to be, I was looking for that in a couple days, not in one day. And we got the gap up, which was, that I thought I was anticipating we were going to get a pullback. And if you noticed in the morning notes, I said, be careful shorting because if they, when they're ready to start that big short squeeze, these can move pretty violently to the upside. But once these lows were taken out, it kind of changed everything. So when we were coming down here, I was anticipating that this support was going to hold. I actually sold the 59.80 calls and then bought the 59.70. So that was our credit spread. And once it started coming down and we got the bounce up, I got very defensive, and really what I did is once we got into this area here, because it looked like this was going to be the resistance zone and we were going to come back down, I ended up just closing the trade. We did all right, made 1450. But we, if I would have held it, I probably would have been able to get the full 1,700 or 1,800 on it. But in any case, it was a tricky day, so we hung out here. And then I was looking for an ABC move, and then we just really collapsed, and that was the last 5 minutes of trading right here. So I didn't really take any other trades on it. With the lows being taken out and the way we closed today. This is the 78% retracement. So when we got this bounce, it kind of made sense. Hang on one sec. Okay, sorry. Those Bollinger Bands were kind of distracting. So anyway, the fact that we're coming back down here, if the bulls don't step in right away, then, and this is taken out here, I'm anticipating that we're coming all the way down and gonna in a retest or even break the 59.23, and that will probably happen pretty early in the morning if it's going to. But right now the bulls they have the work cut out for them. They got to start getting this support area is now resistance. So this is the area they need to get through to be able to make a run up towards the 6,100 level. Now, we don't really have any bullish divergences yet, but if we get a push down and it does come to the 23, the 59.23, I'm anticipating that we may see some. So I still think it's a little bit dangerous just shorting blindly. But with the way that we opened and the way that we closed, I'm leaning towards we're going to come down to the 59.23 possibly tomorrow to test that support. Now, if we take a look at the daily chart, you can see that 59.60 is a 50% retracement. Now, this is going from this low to this high. So we have the 50% retracement at the 59.60. We do have some support there, but the next move is down to the 59.20, and then I have this checkered line here, and that's the gap fill at the 58.73. I would not be surprised at all if we came down and close this gap right here. But I'm a little, I'm just taking it open-minded, but I do believe we are going to be, heading down and testing these lows either tomorrow or on Wednesday. And then from there, we can probably look for where we may get bounced. But these candles are pretty ugly right here. And as I said, I believe that we're going to come down and test this area here before everything is said and done. So on the upside, really, you can see that if we take these out, but the highs right here, the 60.32, are matching up with the 50-day moving average. So this is going to be an important line in the sand for the bulls, is to get back above this level, because if they do, then we could look at a move. We have some 38% retracement right here. But if they could get above it, I would anticipate that we're going to be coming into the 60, 68, 60, 62 level. And again, this would be where I'd be, if things don't hold up here, I'd be looking for another short trade. And if you remember, one of the reasons why I was saying that this market is pretty dangerous just to be long was the put call ratio as well as the VIX. Now we got the VIX that spiked up to the 19 today. Let me pull that chart. Okay, so the VIX. So you remember what I was showing you was this area down here, anywhere from the 1270 up to the 1450. This was your danger zone on buying because it's telling us that the peeps are just only looking higher on this when it comes down to these levels, and especially when we have the put call ratio that was at extreme low levels. You don't want to get complacent on the long side, but you can see today's when we had that sell off, we got pretty close to where we were, as far as where you can look on the long side. Now, I just have this going from this high here. I can duplicate this and say this is your high area right here. So it's going to be anywhere from the 2064 up to the 2150. And if it breaks through it, then we can make a move up to the 24. And that's when things get, when we see that, that's when we want to start picking out which things you want to look to start building a position on the long side. But, right here, it's we're getting into the high, but it got here so fast that I'm still on the side that I think it could reach, anywhere from the 2140 up to the 24. And if that's the case, then, we're going to be seeing the S&P trading somewhere down into these levels here. So, like I said, the bulls have their work cut out for them right here. They're working off of daily bearish divergences, coming off of very overbought levels, and they still have room to go before an extreme, oversold levels here. So again, I'm looking for anywhere in this area to be a good buying area. So I can even just make that little box here for it and say, anywhere from here is where I'd be interested in looking to buy. I want to make sure that there's no panic selling, but in any case, down there I'd be a little more interested. Let this play out, and then from there we'll be taking a look on either the long side or just getting less bearish than we are right now. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.